Understanding the VLOOKUP function in Excel. As the name suggests, the VLOOKUP function is a lookup function that searches for a specific value and returns related values in other columns within a set table array. So how do you write the VLOOKUP function? So here I have a data set, dummy data set, and I want to return the full name, QA samples, quality score, calls handled, and calls per hour based on the ID that I would enter in cell K4. So let me just change the color here, the fill color. So let's say I want to search for employee ID 1, and I'm going to write the VLOOKUP function to return the full name. So that's going to be equal VLOOKUP. And remember, in Excel, your function always need to start with equal. So the first criteria of the function is the lookup value, and the lookup value is what value are you searching for? And in this case, it would be employee ID 1, right? So I'll just reference K4 and I'll lock this in. That is F4, and I want to use the absolute reference. For the table array, this means the table or where can your lookup value be found, the entire table array. And in this case, it's going to be uh, cell D3 to I10, right? And I wanted to reference, you can reference from D4 to I10, that's fine, but referencing the entire table, including the headers, doesn't make a difference. And again, I do want to lock this reference in with an absolute reference as well. So that's going to be F4, both sides, comma. Your column index is the column number um, of where your value can be found. So in this case, it's full name, and that is the second column in the table array. So that's going to be my column index is going to be 2. And for the range lookup, I want a exact match, right? And that's it. And it returns John Doe. So I can, because I've used correct referencing in the formula, I can copy and paste this to the other cells and change the column index for each of them. So in this case, QA samples is going to be in column 3, and it's referencing as a percentage. So I'll just change that to general. This would be column 4. Column 5, and column 6. And just change these to general. And it's that simple. Now, what you can do is add a data validation to um, K4 so that you reference the values in the table. Data validation, I'll change that to list, and the source is going to be K4 to D4, sorry, to D10. So that way I can see how the values change as I select the employee IDs from my drop-down list. All right, so employee ID 6, references Bugs Bunny, 13, 73, 69, and 6.9 calls per hour, respectively. And it's that simple. Something to note or to always remember is when writing functions in uh, Excel, it gives you the syntax of the function. So you can, it's an easy way for you to remember how the formula needs to be written, or what are the correct values or criteria needed for this function. So that's it, understanding the VLOOKUP function in Excel.